Welcome back to the Slightlee Daily Podcast, episode number 106. It is just me today. I just wanted to just record an episode. I mean, for the very select few people out there who really keep up with every episode and keep up with everything that I do on this YouTube channel, that I do on my Instagram and my Twitter and stuff. I didn't record an episode last week, so it felt a little weird, can't lie, not doing anything. I guess I can just kind of get the ball rolling with this. Just a little disclaimer. Whenever I do these little solo ones, they're just kind of 30, 40 minutes, boom, 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 let's get out of here. But I am going to cover some really cool stuff. I got some, this is going to be a good episode. A nice, short, sweet episode for your weekend. It is 2:30 on Thursday. I'm going to get this out tonight, Thursday night. So everything's going to be super relevant and to the point. Anyway, so it has been, the last week has been absolutely insane and absolutely just hectic. Great. It was a great experience, and I experienced life a little bit traveling. And anyway, so shout out to Connor and Lauren. They just got married. That's why that's why I did not record an episode last week, because Mylena and I drove to St. Petersburg, Florida, which, if you're not familiar with that, the map of Florida, it's pretty much central Florida. So from Murfreesboro to Tampa, it's about 12 hours. And that's about how far we drove. It was about a 12-hour drive. Like I said, woke up last Thursday. They drove down there, got to the condo around 7, 8 o'clock at night, chilled a little bit, did our thing, woke up. You know how this was actually my first wedding I ever been to. So this was just a completely unknown experience for me. Woke up Friday, was literally rushing from the time we woke up until the time we made it back to the condo that night at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. or whatever it was. So we woke up, rushed to get ready. Me, Colton, Mylena, and Nathan all got ready, got all pretty and stuff, got all dapper. Our condo was about an hour from where Connor was. We went to his condo, which was about an hour away, got him all tucked up, got him all looking pretty and spiffy, and then the actual wedding venue was right around the corner from his condo. So it was in that sense, it was fine. They got married on the beach. It was awesome. It was beautiful. It was awesome seeing two friends get married. I felt really honored to be in the wedding as well. I got to stand there with my arms crossed, and it was beautiful. After that, Connor treated us to some delicious Italian food. Shout out to you, Connor. It was delicious. It really was. I had a nice vodka penne pasta with the red sauce, a couple glasses of Moscato wine. And it's not just that Kroger wine. You feel me? This was some real Italians. No. Let me pour it. They wouldn't even let me pour my glass even if I wanted to. It was that type of restaurant. And then after that, they had a little rooftop bar at Connor's condo. We had a couple Coronas on. Hey, let me tell you guys this. Corona on tap. Out the draft, ooh, delicious. Had a couple Coronas, because we were out there smelling that salt in the air and stuff. And yeah, that was pretty much it. Hightailed it back to the condo, and then Mylena and I woke up bright and early and made our way back to Murfreesboro. And then the next day, Sunday, I had work. So it's been a crazy day, or a crazy week. And then get this, Mylena and I's anniversary. So we're at Sunday. We got back Saturday night, went to work Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which was yesterday. Last night was mine and Mylena's anniversary. So it's been crazy. And then in a couple weeks, I'm going to the beach again with my family, a proper beach vacation. It's not okay, let's go, boom, 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 boom. All right, let's come back, boom, boom, boom. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be an actual proper vacation where we go to the beach, we hang out. Korean barbecue last night. If you want to, hey, if you can, go ahead and go to my Instagram story and watch my I don't even know, probably 5 minutes of Instagram story clips. I did a vlogger last night. It was crazy actually how it happened. We were just gonna go eat some Korean barbecue, and I was kind of just gonna take a little Snapchat story vlog and just annoy the piss out of all my followers. And we ended up going to the show that Devon, aka Ray Clyde, put on. Leroy Knox. I'm not gonna miss anyone. I promise. Watch this. I'm not gonna miss anyone. Leroy Knox performed. Fryco performed. Yoko Bino performed. A band called Tijuana Bible performed. It was awesome. And also Ray Clyde and Amari, aka Disciple, came up and did a track with them. It was awesome energy at the Walnut House. Just a little backstory on the Walnut House. My Central Magnet people know that shout out Sam Stalker. I'm gonna get you on one day, real soon. My Central Magnet people out there, we had our senior party. You know what happened at the Walnut House? That was technically my first show I ever did, quote unquote. First time I ever grabbed a microphone in front of a stage. Yeah. So anyway, I am gonna cover some topics if I get to it. But I wanted to say this. I wanted to just kind of catch you guys up to speed, and then I kind of wanted to just take a deep breath, talking to this mic, and kind of just chat about the status of the Slightlee Daily podcast, the Slightlee Daily brand. I feel, and I know that I say this so much, but it's almost at the point where it's just like I gotta keep just pounding, like, how do I put this? I got to keep putting this out into the universe. I got to keep just reiterating. Like, I believe in this brand so much, and I believe in myself so much that I know that one day, all this work that I've put in the last year and a half is going to pay off eventually. I have never in my life been more proud of something that I have done ever. And because like I grew up playing sports my whole life from literally ages 3. My first memories are either going to sports events or playing a sport of some kind. And I wasn't that good. I didn't get to play a lot. I got to sit the bench a whole lot. And doing this type of stuff makes me feel like I'm fulfilling my purpose as a human being. I feel like this is what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. And I hope that one day I can make this my job. And look, obviously, don't we all want to be financially stable? Yes. Don't we all want to be cryptocurrency, Dogecoin millionaires? Yeah. But, and I've said this before even on the podcast, if I made the same amount of money that I do at my regular Amazon delivery job, throwing packages on people's doorsteps, if I made the same amount of money every year that I do to record podcasts, I would literally be the most happiest human being on earth. You guys would throw up every time you saw me because I would literally always have a smile on my face. Because, yeah, like this is a whole lot of work. And I am working for free. I do a lot. Like I said, it makes me feel proud to look at the finished product whenever I'm posting clips and posting stuff on Instagram and YouTube and stuff. But I do a lot of stuff for a whole lot of other people too, and for free. And it's all love. Like, that's the thing, is it's like I'm not sitting here counting favors. I want to help people out because I feel like if I help people out enough, eventually God, our creator, whatever you identify it as, I'm going to call it God, the universe, whatever. I feel like God will eventually help me fulfill these thoughts and dreams and fantasies that I have one day. I mean, I just really want to encourage anyone who has like some crazy dream. Look, and I know this sounds wild, but and this sounds so cliche too, but I really want you to think about this. Like, really, really deeply think about this in your soul. If you want to be in the NBA, like if you really want to go join the NBA, go be a point guard for the Washington Wizards, or if you want to go be a left tackle for the Las Vegas Raiders, you can do it. You just got to grind your ass off, and you have to be the best. And I feel like anyone who really genuinely believes that, look, it's a mentality. It's really just a mentality, but you have to want it more than anything, and you have to work harder than anyone. Why do you think someone like Tiger Woods or Conor McGregor is revered as such of a great athlete as they are? Because look at Michael Jordan. He was a fucking psychopath. He literally, if you watch that Last Dance documentary, you got to really see, oh, Michael Jordan was an asshole because he knew he was the best. And just keep pushing through that shit. If you want to go be a pro athlete, you got to be on your shit. If you're in high school right now and you're like, man, I'm starting on my little varsity team or whatever, but if you really want to go get you a college scholarship, you got to be grind. You got to wake up before everyone every single day, put in that work out before practice, work out after practice. Make sure you're taking care of your body. And I mean, if it's supposed to happen, then it will. I just really wanted to make this timestamp, just really cement this in history. I guarantee that this podcast will be something one day, and this brand specifically. And I'm never gonna forget these moments that I'm having right now, where it's I'm struggling. Sometimes I don't wake up every single day super, super, super motivated. But I still get up and I do something. It's a struggle sometimes to find time to do this type of stuff, because I share a space with my significant other. I also have to give her attention too, and care to her needs, and I can't just completely live only pleasing what I want to do. So there's that too. I got to make sure that my loved ones are taken care of and are feeling good mentally and physically. Mentally, make sure my mom knows that, hey, I love you, and I'm still out here. Make sure reply to my brother's text messages and Snapchats. But at the end of the day, I find these little nooks and crannies and crevices, I can squeeze in this time to press record on the mic, press record on the camera. All right, let's get a little episode in. Schedule an interview with somebody instead of just hopping on the Xbox and just kind of wasting away your day, which is fine. Sometimes it's good. It's good to play Apex Legends. Good to play Warzone all day. Watch anime. Watch movies all day. Netflix. It's good to reset sometimes, and that's why I feel the last week. I feel like I had a really good mental reset, because I haven't posted anything in a week. Over a week, really, about almost 2, technically speaking. I feel good though. I have a good I don't feel mentally burned out. But yeah, I just really wanted to just take a minute to just this first portion before I really forgot what I wanted to say, because this is I think about Slightlee daily, every single day. Every day, while I'm at work, while I'm at home, and I'm just exhausted, beat from work, just defeated physically, I still think about, okay, what can I do to improve my engagement? What can I do to improve the quality of work? What can I do to improve the quality of guests? What can I do to improve? I'm just always constantly thinking about, okay, what would happen tomorrow if your YouTube channel just blew up? Would you be prepared for it? I have these conversations with myself every day. And yes, I would. I'm ready now. I'm ready to quit my job and go full head on this. If I had the money, I would go buy me an office space. I would go hire people to help me. It's just, I know that it's a process, and I know that it's going to take time. Good things take a long time to come to fruition. And I'm fully aware of that. But gosh, man, if you really, really, really know me, you know I've been grinding. You know that when it comes to the music, you know, even the vlogging, when I started vlogging and YouTubing and stuff, you know that I've been getting after it, man. And it's not just like, oh yeah, cool, you've been doing this for like 18 months, a year and a half or whatever. No. I've been grinding. I've been building this brand for 5 years, 6 years, a long time. Anyway, let's talk about the NBA playoffs. I feel like the NBA, like when it gets into like playoff time and stuff, I want to talk about it. Yeah, I'm gonna talk a little bit about sports, and I got some pop culture stuff to talk about. Anyway, NBA playoffs. When it comes to like playoff time and just sports in general, and like even like regular season, there's just like, oh my god, there's like so many games to keep up with. Now we're getting down to the Final Four, the nitty gritty. Suns versus Clips. Milwaukee Bucks versus Atlanta Hawks in the East. Houston. Wow. Phoenix is up 2-0. They play Game 3 tonight against the Clippers. I like Phoenix just to win this series in all. The Clippers, they've never made a conference finals, if that tells you anything. And I'm not saying that Phoenix is any more successful, but they just have the better team. They've won 2 games without Chris Paul. I know that the Clippers don't have Kawhi, which kind of, in a way, evens it out, but still. Devin Booker is a madman. I think Devin Booker is potentially a Hall of Famer if he keeps at it. I love Devin Booker. I love watching him play. I love Kawhi Leonard watching him play too, but I just think that the Suns are going to win tonight, and I don't know if they're going to sweep. Let's just say I'm not going to give any game predictions. Maybe the Clippers steal one tonight. And then as far as the Hawks and the Bucks, I do think Milwaukee. Man, the Hawks are hot. I love watching Trae Young too. I think Milwaukee does outlast them. Atlanta's a great team. They're super young. Trae Young and Devin Booker are 2 of the most exciting young guys to watch. They have very similar games. I think Devin Booker is a better shooter, a more efficient shooter all the way around. But Trae Young is, man, he broke the hearts of every single New York basketball fan out there. Beating Brooklyn. Or wait, they didn't beat Brooklyn. Or they beat the Knicks. They probably wouldn't have beat Brooklyn, but it's amazing that Brooklyn had all this hype and they just couldn't stay healthy. I mean, if that tells you anything, it doesn't matter if you have the Avengers on your team. They literally assembled the Avengers and still couldn't close it out. Yeah, I like the Suns tonight, 3-0. Fuck it. I'm gonna be watching that for sure. This is an interesting. If you're not a basketball fan, now is the time where you can click on the game and get into it, because every game from now on is important. And there's not as many left too. I guess that's another thing. So you kind of know, okay, this is the Final Four. Whoever wins this series goes to the finals. And then once you watch the finals, it's just every game you can just click on. I would love to see Phoenix and Atlanta, even though this year features it's not LeBron and Steph anymore. It's not the Lakers and the Warriors and the Cavs and the Heat. Like it's different teams. And I think that's awesome. I would love to see the Hawks go, and I would love to see Phoenix go, just because that would be an interesting, just the Devin Booker and Trae Young series. That would be incredible to watch. Giannis would be awesome too. I would love to see Giannis play. They have a great team. They've had some. They've been pretty crappy in their previous 2-3 year playoff runs, getting beat in the first, second round. But I mean, they've assembled a great team. Giannis can't shoot worth a damn, but he'll dunk on your ass. He can't shoot some damn free throws either. We'll do another MLB topic, or another sports topic. The sticky stuff. All right. let me just break this down for you guys. So, for my non-baseball people out there, man, there's so much I could say about this. For my non-baseball people out there, there's been a controversy going on where MLB pitchers are using sticky stuff on their hands. They'll like put it on the glove or like their bill or their hat or something and get it on their fingers so that they get good grip on the baseball, so that when they throw it, it makes the ball spin more to where it can either where the ball either goes faster, or if they throw like a curveball or a slider, so that the ball moves more. So that makes their pitches better. Obviously, yes, it's illegal, but the MLB is notorious for, I wouldn't even necessarily say the MLB, but baseball has this weird thing where I hate to use the word cheating, but cheating is the most appropriate word. Cheating has been a part of the game for forever. For the whole time that the league, the sport itself has been a thing. Cheating has always been a thing. If you go back in the early 2000s, the steroid era, Mark McGwire, Alex Rodriguez, Sammy Sosa, so many different people were allegedly using steroids. The MLB knew about it, but kind of didn't do anything about it. Even 2 years ago, the Houston Astros, they were banging on the trash cans. I talked about this on the podcast 2019 when this happened. They got caught literally cheating their way to the championship. They won the championship, and they were using cameras and intricate devices on people's under people's jerseys and shit. The MLB didn't do anything about it, and it was confirmed. The organization internally fired the coach, but then he got hired by someone else. And the players were never, the organization wasn't fined. They weren't suspended. They didn't lose any they didn't get dealt with. And then now we're transitioning to the sticky stuff thing where allegedly, this is just a number I saw online, 80 to 90% of pitchers were using the sticky stuff. All right, now this is kind of the reasoning behind them doing this. So last season, not even just last season, the last 2 seasons, there's been a crazy uptick of home runs, and it's been a hitter's game for the last 2 years. There's been so many records that have been broken. Teams are just knocking balls out of the park because they juiced the baseballs. They made the baseballs, whatever they did whenever they were spinning the wool, they made the baseballs lighter or whatever. They made them have more pop, so whenever the batter hits the ball, it goes farther and it's easier to hit. So what the pitchers did was they were like, well, this isn't fair. We're getting rocked, and I'm throwing 100 miles an hour. I'm painting the corner. And the pitchers were like, okay, we're going to try to even the playing field because the organization made this completely unfair for us. So they started using spider tack, using sticky stuff, which has always been a thing. Now, is it bad for the game? I think the obvious answer is yes. Cheating is bad for the game. But is it a part of the game? Also, yes. So there's some gray area for sure. Basically, whenever these types of scandals and stuff happen, sign stealing, steroids, corking bats, all of the repercussions and the new guidelines or those issues being addressed usually happens at the end of the season, and then they'll kind of be like, okay, let's address it now. Just because, look, the season's already going. They're in a month they'll be halfway through the MLB season, and they chose to go ahead and instead of waiting till the end of the season to change the baseballs or change the rules or whatever, address the situations, they chose to address the situations midway through the season. Okay. Let's be honest. Baseball is it's dying in popularity. As far as it used to be the most popular sport in America. Right now it's the NFL, the MLB, and then the NBA. Now, yes, you might say, oh, okay, as far as viewership goes. You might say, oh, okay, well, it's second place. It's still not bad. The difference between first, second, and third, like the NFL, the MLB, and then the NBA is giant. There's a huge gap because the NFL is so popular. It's fun to watch. People don't watch baseball no more. It's boring. The MLB is a boring organization, and this didn't help at all. They always the biggest thing about baseball. Why do you not watch baseball? Because it's long and boring. It's long and boring. For the last few years, they've tried to make it more exciting, I guess, and they're trying to increase pace of play, not like basically speed the game up so it's quicker. So the pitcher's not standing up there, adjusting his jockstrap, his hat. They're like, come on, throw the ball, and the batter can't just step out and just fix his gloves like for 15 seconds. It's like, no, get in the box, throw the ball, let's hit. Come on, let's play the game. Throw the ball, let's go. Less commercials, let's keep the game going. The rule that they implemented, which, like I said, yes, cheating is bad, but cheating is also a part of the game. So they allowed managers, coaches, and umpires to have players checked mid-game for illegal sticky substances. Are you following me now? So the MLB, who has no fan base, essentially, has a dying fan base because the game is slow and boring, chooses to put in a rule where players must stop what they're doing for 5 to 10 minutes, take off their hat, the umpire crowds around them, check them for sticky substances. It's stupidity is what I'm saying. Again, cheating is bad. Cheating is a part of the game, though. Just saying. I just want to say, Ethan Klein, H3 Podcast. If you guys have not, I need you to go watch the YouTube clip of the last podcast he did. I'm not a big H3 fan. I'm not hating. It's just not. I've never got into it. You're Ethan Klein. You're awesome. H3 Podcast is huge and awesome. It's not really been something that I've got into, but I saw. So Steven Crowder, who is a very, very conservative podcaster, YouTuber, content creator guy, he wanted to debate Ethan Klein, who's not a debater. He's not a political commentator on like the CDC guidelines and COVID, blah, 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 blah. This clip is hilarious. So there's this guy, Sam Seder. There's this guy, Sam Seder, who is a left-leaning political commentator who Steven Crowder was supposed to debate at this political convention and then backed out and refused. He's just ducking him because he doesn't want to debate him. Steven Crowder is notorious for, he's the guy who sits at it's the meme, change my mind, that YouTube series or those tweets and those, you've seen him before. You've definitely seen his face. Ethan Klein was like, yeah, I'll debate you. And then they start the call and then boom, he just throws Sam Seder in there, who's this guy that on a Zoom call, who's this guy that he's been running from essentially. It's gold. It is gold. And then Steven Crowder ran again. I think that's really the problem with America is people don't want to have conversations with each other. It's a debate. You claim to be people are scared to be wrong too. People are scared to be presented with other viewpoints. Like, come on, dude. You're this macho guy, this macho conservative guy who has all of these viewpoints and these strong viewpoints, and then you claim you stand on this ledge of, I'm a political commentator. I'm very smart. I know how to debate. But you won't debate somebody who has differing views than you, who is just as smart as you. That's crazy. I thought that was hilarious. Go check that out. H3 Podcast. Just Google H3 Podcast Steven Crowder. It's, oh my God, it's hilarious. I guess the last thing that I want to talk about is Britney Spears. Man, free Britney. Um, the last probably year or so, year and a half or so, there's been like a resurgence of, and I'm sure all of you have seen, but there's been like a resurgence of this Britney Spears conspiracy, free Britney hashtag stuff going on, because she's in a conservatory ship, or however you pronounce it. Basically, she doesn't get to make her own decisions. Her parents, her father and her sister, get to claim that she's in it. She is insane and can't care for herself. So, she's fighting. So finally, she got to, like, literally, like, controls her money, controls when and where she drives, where she lives, where she sleeps, when she sees her kids, when she sees her boyfriend. Literally, like she's a 15-year-old girl in high school. This is Britney Spears we're talking about, and it's so sad because at one point, Britney Spears was one of the most popular musicians on planet Earth. And to see her going through this is disgusting, and it's so bad, because it really makes you think about all this stuff you hear about the Disney child stars and like the Nickelodeon child stars, how they don't really have long, successful careers. Leonardo DiCaprio is like one of the rare cases where he just didn't completely fall off the deep end. Like, I mean, you look at like someone like Macaulay Culkin, Amanda Bynes. I mean, Britney Spears has been popular, famous since she was her and Justin Timberlake were on Disney together, and Christina Aguilera, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse or whatever it was called. And then she was a giant pop star. It's disgusting, truly. But finally, she got to speak in front of a court, because speak in front of the justice system and say her piece on why she doesn't want to be in this situation anymore. I hope that there's some justice coming her way. We all love Britney Spears. Come on, you're not too macho to like Britney Spears, dude. I promise. You're not that guy, pal. Trust me, you're not that guy. You know why I really just talk all silly and crazy on these podcasts? It's because I know that there's this small of a percentage of my actual followers who actually watch all the episodes. Like, I know that there's probably definitely a few of you, maybe a couple dozen of you who definitely like watch the Twitter clips or the YouTube or the Instagram clips, which is great. I appreciate that. That's why I put them out for people who have short attention spans. I do too. But for the people who actually go to the YouTube and like watch the whole thing in its bulk, that's why I just talk crazy. And I'm just a silly goose. Yeah, guys. So this was episode 106. Just wanted to tap back in. Hopefully I can get a guest on here this weekend if we get if schedules line up and whatnot. If you are interested in being a guest on the show, Zoom calls or in person. If you live around the area, we can make it happen. If you don't, guess what? We can also make it happen with Zoom calls or FaceTimes or whatever. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much all I got. I appreciate all the love and support on Instagram. I appreciate all the love and support on YouTube. Please subscribe to the channel. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching.